Welcome to Mad Commodore's Retro Gaming Special. Now, today, I'm not ripping off me good mate Luke Hoser there. He does great videos anyway, as do many others. Now I'm going to have to mention loads of people now. Fuck it. If I comment on the video, I like the video probably. Now today we're going to be playing NES. We're going to be playing it on a Sony Trinitron, real hardware. As far as the Sony Trinitron goes, the console is a £15 NES Mini Classic tiny little thing bootleg, which does not have HDMI. And then again, I already got the scan lines and it's already 4:3. So actually, unlike my poor old C64 Mini, which is never going to be used with this TV, I can use this, which is a pity because I'd rather play the C64. Do you see the smoke there? Yes, I'm inhaling. Sorry people, do not smoke. It's a fucking horrible thing. But we got this. This is what we got. It's Nintendo on a chip. Let's grab this shitty controller. Well, the first thing is the buttons are really spongy. Just trying to think how I can describe this really. The buttons, they do have a nice contour, but they feel very cheap, like some 3D printed plastic, as does all of the controllers. I don't know, I don't think it's not that shiny hard plastic, it's a bit more matte, and the buttons especially feel like nylon, not, you know, tights nylon, you know, like nylon string, but really big piece of it. D-pad is atrocious, it's worse than the real NES. It's a shit copy of a not very good controller. Ooh! One of them's interested in the red light there and the wires coming off the wall socket. This could be a problem. Come on buddy, leave the wires alone, come on. It's a great start. Yeah, you would pick the only bowl that's got the wires going in it. Why don't you eat out the other 5 bowls? Yes, I have a lot of cats. No, I'm not crazy cat woman. Yes, I do have a dick then. What else? Couldn't pull off the crazy cat lady hair. Couldn't pull it off 20 years ago, mate. Never mind now. So these are the games we'll be playing. Now I called this an evening with Osiris, which, yeah, you'll have to call me Osiris now. And no, we're not going on a date or anything or holding hands, no. It's just me playing this shit, because I bought this TV, didn't cost me that much, I think it was 20 quid, and it's actually a really nice TV. Well, I hope you can see the scan lines. But these are all the games on this thing. It comes with 500 games built in, which is bollocks, because many of them you'll see repeated, and there's quite a few hacks of games which are counted as one game, and a lot of games that I do like on the NES, not that there's a lot of them, but a large proportion are not here. There was Rad Racer and another game that basically used that game engine, which isn't here. You got Nemesis, but you haven't got Salamander. And Salamander is much better than Nemesis, if you ask me. Especially as it's two player simultaneous. That was a great arcade game. 1986, summer of 1986. The amount of 20p's, or was it 10p's still in those days, that I shoved into that bloody machine, probably pound coins. We had a lot of fun on Salamander. Really look forward to it on the C64, and I have to say I don't think we can complain about Salamander on the C64. Yes, I'm talking about the C64 when the NES is switched on. Well, actually it's not called the NES, it's actually called Entertainment System. There's no Nintendo anywhere on anything. But yeah, Salamander on the C64 weren't that bad. It was horrendous if you had to play it on tape, which I did, which was really annoying. But on disc it's fine. Oh, my first disc drive for the C64 is probably going to be when they started appearing on eBay. Really liked it on the C64. Really did not like Nemesis on the C64. There's nothing wrong with Nemesis. It's just average. Everything about it is average. Even the amount of effort put into it is none of it is above average. The graphics are not above average. The animation, the sprites, the music. It's a good rendition of the first level tune, but it plays the same level 1 tune for every level on that game. So, and it's not doing anything particularly complex. It's not multiplexing the sprites like almost every NES game does, which is why you get so much flicker, because someone just decides, fuck it, 8 sprites are not enough, just draw 16 sprites for me, fuck it, I don't care if they flicker. Yeah, it's just bad design. Zap 64 would rip them a new one if they release C64 games with as much flicker. No. So, there you go, there's that. But yeah, so NES, not really something I had, because by the time it did come out in the UK, I was old enough to smoke, father children, and vote. Maybe I would have had to wait a little bit for voting. Not sure what the alcohol restriction was either. So yeah, you know, NES kind of games. I mean, Donkey Kong, Popeye. Loved them both. Played them all the time in the local chip shop. Played them on the C64. Anirog Kong, actually, on the C64. I didn't have Donkey Kong. Those games I'd already played, got bored with. In 1986, you didn't have nostalgia for games from 1983. You were just hungry for the next thing, the next improvement in graphics, sound, just the whole thing. And well, there you go. NES is 1983 technology. Commodore 64 is 1981 technology, because the VIC and the SID chips were finished in 1981, because they were part of the idea that Jack Trammell had to build arcade motherboards and sell them to companies who wanted to make their own arcade games. So the chips were done in 1981. Al Charpentier and Bob Yanis together. And yeah, C64 is basically, it is Victor and SID. Even if you put a super CPU on the C64, you'll recognise the sound and graphics straight away. Right, on with this. So I really like shoot 'em ups, driving games that are into the screen, so things like Turbo and Pole Position in the arcade, that kind of view. Not sure what to expect from this. Like I say, I have played on this before, but I saw a video on YouTube and it had the exact same thing that I bought in the same box with the same poster that it comes with. It's quite a freaky poster actually. And yeah, it's exactly the same, so I just saw him flicking through the games list like I'm doing now, and as you do when you see something you want to see, they don't bloody pick it. So then I was like, oh hang on, I've got one of these, let me find it. Eventually found it. Boy, I've got a lot of stuff before you say how can you lose it. Not because it's small, it's because I've got pretty much one of everything that ever had a fucking PAL video output. Shit, product placement time, Fanta Zero, fucking horrible. So, and I thought, well, I can get mine and plug it in and flick through the games and play the ones that caught my eye in the video. But now I can't remember who did that video, and I can't be bothered to go through hundreds of those channels. NES is one of the most well supported 8-bit systems on YouTube in the world. I can't think of another system that comes close to the NES. Americans had a lot of babies. There's more of them than probably all of Europe back then. Oof. Toy Factory. Right, let's try Star. Like I said, I like shoot 'em ups. I don't really like platform games, definitely not slow platform games. I do like pretty much all the arcade classics if they're done well. The only exception being Space Invaders, which can only be played on the Atari 2600 now. If you had that version as a kid when it came out, when Space Invaders was a thing in your local takeaway and you could go and play it, you'll never want to play the arcade version, even if it's perfect. It's just, no, the Atari 2600 version is just, there's just a alternate reality kind of weirdness to it. It's like in an alternate reality, Space Invaders would have come out as an original game by Atari on the VCS. So let's try Star. Let's give this one a go. And of course it's fucking 7-year-old little girl Star based game, not actual Star as in space, a shoot 'em up. Right, I'm pressing start. I feel like Gokwang. What am I supposed to do? Right, I can't touch them, but yeah. What else? Right, there's a star there. So I've got to collect the stars before they touch all this shit. Fuck me, I could have written this on my Amiga 1000 that I had back then in BASIC for fucking free. And even if I had written this game in BASIC on my Amiga in the 80s, I wouldn't have fucking played it anyway. So I got no idea. This must be some sort of compilation game, or did they write it specially for this piece of shit to bump it up to 500? Next. So I've played quite a few of these games already. When I got this about 3 years ago, 2 years ago, it was about 15 quid and a few quid for the postage from a guy in the UK. See that there's Gradius. Played it, went through a few games. Like I said, some of the games I really wanted to play are not on here. Rad Racer, another racing game, which I think uses the same engine, and you can choose an Indy race car or a Ferrari. Not sure, but yeah, neither of those are on there. But maybe that's just an emulation problem. I doubt they give a fuck about the copyright. Toy Factory. Right, so there was Star. Right, Vigilant is not Vigilante. Many games have got like shortened names. But no, Vigilante. I don't even know if that come out on the NES. Yeah, it's on the PC Engine. I liked it on the PC Engine. Powerboat racing game. Probably going to be top down like them shitty £2 Codemasters games. Powerboat Simulator that was. Hang on. Am I going blind? Did that say Powerboat or Power Robot or Powerbot? Shit, I can't find it now. No. Alright, oh, it is Power Robot. Why did I see Power Boat? So I was looking at Seawolf and I saw that and I thought, oh, Power Boat. Seawolf is an old Commodore game actually. I believe it was on cartridge, it uses paddles. Is this the same game? Oh, is it not going to work? Oh, Seawolf. Oh, for 500 games. And we just started playing them and we found one that's crashed the fucking emulator. Right. It's probably better on the C64 anyway. Oh yeah, like I was saying, there was some cunt, right? And he was like, obviously an NES fanboy. And he was doing this live stream playing Commodore 64 games, and he was saying, shit sound, look at them shit graphics, or really complex game, sarcastically, obviously. And I thought, wow, fuck off, you cunt. Why don't you fucking learn about the subject? So yes, I'm here to try these games, and maybe I like them. See, look, there's Submarine again, and I bet you it's the same Submarine game. Alpha Mission sounds like a shoot 'em up. Let's give this a go. Alright. I don't know, what am I supposed to... Seed. Oh man, this is like them shitty shoot 'em ups on the ST that were like... I don't know, was Insanity Fight one of them? Those really early... Plutos, that's it. This reminds me of Plutos. It's basically Zevious. Yeah. Jesus with his control pad. It's really shit controller. I don't think I'm going to be playing this very long or successfully. Yes. This is a real nightmare. Well, I picked something up, but it won't appear to do anything. Look, it's a trilobite, a flying trilobite. Who knew that they were flying creatures, not animals? I don't know if they're animals. Is a trilobite an animal? A prawns animal? They're fish. Well, fish are animals. Shark is an animal. Oh, anyway. Oh, this is really good. Oh, fuck off. Motherfucker. Wait! Fuck off! Oh, fucking this controller. Fucking joke. From the start, methinks not, mate. Right, next. Oh, no, man. Double Dragon. See, I tried Robocop because I thought it was supposed to have a really nice tune. But then I must be thinking of the Game Boy version. The one that you hear, is it Robocop 1 or 2 that had the nice title tune? It was on the Ariston advert. Ariston, the German white goods manufacturer, like washing machines, things like that. Boilers, they make boilers as well. Don't hear that phrase much anymore, white goods seller. What do you do then, mate? I've got a shop. Really? What do you sell in your shop then? I sell white goods. I don't know. I don't even know what they're called now. What would you call that section on the website? Ooh, I think I've played Arabian. So maybe another time. Burger Time. I like Burger Time. Can't remember which Burger Time rip-off I had. Oh, actually I can. It was Mr. Wimpy. Yeah, I had Mr. Wimpy on the Commodore 64.